Yes, sir. What up? We're back again and on the phone, right? Or on Zoom because we live right now. And hit my YouTube channel, Magic with a J, Majic Mike. All my interviews are right there. So who do we got on the phone right now? All the way from LA.
What's going on, man? J57.
J57 from the hip hop group Jamo Gang. You know what I'm saying? It's a pleasure to have you on.
It's an honor to be here, man. You know, I love Ottawa. I'm so excited to be here right now.
Okay, you got the whole world looking at you. So, how did Jamo Gang start? How did you all start? How'd you all start?
Honestly, it was pretty organic, man. You know, so the members are Razkaz, El Gant, and myself.
Yes.
And I go back with El Gant. Now I go back with him like 16 years. Raz goes back with him maybe 10 years or so or more. And he was friends with both me and Razkaz, and like, you know, he like Razzie was in New York doing his radio rounds. I used to have a show on Sirius called Rap Is Out of Control. I used to be a part of my man DJ Eclipse's show, and we had Razzie on the show. Yeah, I was there for 6 years.
Okay.
And Raz came up and was a guest, and El Gant came with him, and we kind of hit it off, and we are like, yo, let's get up. Let's get in the lab together. And it was, you know, and they came to my studio in Brooklyn, and I just started playing them beats. I thought, you know, for them to have for their albums, and it just turned into songs on the spot. We just started making songs on the spot. It was great.
All right. So right now you're in LA and you were born in New York. How was it growing up in New York?
Amazing, man. For me personally, I wouldn't have wanted to grow up anywhere else, you know, born and raised in New York. You know. Which
part of New York?
I grew up in Long Island. I lived, and then in Brooklyn for 10 years, you know.
Okay. So did you see a lot of, was it rough for you growing up or?
I mean, I'm from the straight suburbs. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like,
we got somebody else joining in. Let's get him on. It's Josh. Hold on 1 second.
Who's also a big hockey fan, by the way.
We're just waiting for him. And he's part of Jamo Gang as well.
Yes, sir. We got El Gant.
Okay. This is coming in. Usually I got 2 people on, you know what I'm saying? But we got 3 and the connection's nice tonight. You know how Zoom is, eh? Sometimes resources. Man, you know what I mean? It's a pleasure to have you on, you know, all of y'all. Can you hear me, Josh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we got to get your picture. I can hear you nice and clear.
All right. Yeah, I got to find a picture here.
Man, we got the gang here, man.
Here. Okay.
Oh, okay, I see him.
Yes, sir.
All right, there you go, man. Where you at right now? You at home?
At the strip club.
The strip club. Oh, man, there's the pole. There's the pole. So you guys met all together, right? Yeah. Let me see that. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, good.
All right, I can see it.
See the walls are pink. You're like, where is this guy right now?
So what? That's your day job, right?
The stripper. Yeah.
The stripper. So, you know what I mean? I was asking your mans, right?
Yeah.
I was asking your mans about, you know, your hip hop group, Jamo Gang. Like, where did you grow up? And who I got right now joining me?
Okay, over there.
Can you hear me?
Okay, you can hear me. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
The El Gant right here, Mr. J57 over there. Yeah, man. I came up. I grew up like about an hour north of New York City, like Poughkeepsie, New York. So it's just a little shitty city right north of New York.
Yeah, I heard about it.
For a long time, man. I met him through a mutual. We had the same manager a long time ago when I was coming up, and Raz was already established at that point. So we became cool for a little while, and we hung out, and then we kind of, you know, went our separate ways. That was about 2007 or 8. And then we ran back into each other again, probably 2013, which once again, ironically, we had the same manager. And
nice.
That's when him and I got really close. And we just, he took me out on the road for a while. Like, I think at the time he had the Apollo Brown album out. And you know, at first I was like kind of just doing a couple songs during a set and backing him up and stuff. And then we started recording a bunch of music together. And then we just became pretty good friends after that.
All right. And what are your influences? Like, what were your influences growing up, both of y'all? Like, I want to hear from both of you. What's your musical influences, your just influences in general?
I mean, growing up, it was it was hip hop. It was, you know, it's like, it's Wu-Tang, it's Metallica, it's Beastie Boys, it's Tribe Called Quest, it's Green Day, you know what I mean? Punk rock, hip hop. That was like what I grew up listening to, was a lot of hip hop and a lot of punk. Me personally, that's what I grew up listening to.
Okay. And do you still listen to that right now? Like, are you
Every
still
day.
into? Yeah.
Every day I listen to every genre, man. I listen to all different genres. Whatever I'm in the mood for, I listen to. That's why I'm a producer, because it's like,
Okay.
I just seriously made a beat where El Gant played. I don't know if he wants me to tell this, but he played the guitar. He taught himself how to play the guitar this pandemic.
Okay.
He didn't know how to play the guitar prior to this, and
Oh,
he sent
wow.
me. He sent me him playing, and I made a beat out of it, and it sounds like, I don't even know what it sounds like. It sounds like country meets hip hop, but it's not country. You know what I mean? Like it's a little more soulful. So yeah.
I found during this whole lockdown, you know, certain people found new hobbies, found new ways to make money through this whole ordeal. So how are both of you handling this, right? This lockdown, this COVID, and just the whole mess. Everybody's losing their jobs worldwide. It's crazy right now. And the fact that everybody's got to wear masks, you know? So what do you all like? How you all dealing with this?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's crazy, you know, especially because I'm in the epicenter of this, man. I've lived in Brooklyn for the past, you know, 20 years of my life. So I'm sitting right, you know, dead center when everything was rising. And now we're doing well, but, you know, sitting inside and not having anything to do, and like kind of reflecting on your life, figuring out what you're going to do, and what, you know, not only with your music and your bandmates, but like just in general, it was a lot. So so, you know, there's kind of two ways to go. I could have either went on a bender for the 3 months, or I could have like picked up a skill and started bettering myself. So I did the bender for about 5 days, and then once I was done with that, that's when I was like, all right, I'm gonna every day I'm gonna be better than the last. So I always had something to do, and I'm fortunate because right now I'm in the downstairs of a bar that I opened years ago. I helped, you know, I always kind of had some entrepreneur things going on. And that's not doing as well as everything else, because, you know, you can only sit outside in New York. But I have another company that I started a couple of years ago that's been doing very well. So I've been busy. I've been very busy.
So it looks like,
and like the success of the Jamo Gang album.
So it looks like it didn't affect you. Like, certain people are getting affected through this whole deal. And what do you guys think about defunding of the police? I want to hear from your partner now. You know, we're hearing all kinds of going on, and you know the way hip hop's going, it's, you know, I see a lot of positive coming through. Also, what do you all think about this in the world right now? Is it really affecting the music?
I mean, in my opinion, it's affecting the music tremendously, because music's secondary. Music's secondary to what's going on right now, and from racial injustices to social injustices across the world, but obviously in our country and in America, it's obviously very, very, very bad on a very public scale too. And that's number one. You know, the country's messed up because it was founded by messed up people hundreds of years ago. And those are just facts. That's not even opinion. And now our generation is like, let's fix this. Let's fix it. Let's do whatever it takes to fix it. And I'm really, really, really happy about that. So music's secondary. It's not affecting music, but it is at the same time. It's like, I'm not making music that's revolutionary music myself. I just, you know, I'm just sitting here making beats. You know, I wrote a song today that wasn't, you know, it was just me rapping. It wasn't me on some revolutionary kind of thing. That's not my style.
But
I'm better at producing those artists. You know what I mean?
Right. So you see yourself making more harder beats because that's what the demand is right now, you know?
Yeah. Like I just made a chilled out beat last night. That was the first one in a while, to be honest with you. It's a little different right now vibe wise for my production, but because of what's going on, it's like, I don't feel good about what's going on. That's just me personally. I know El Gant feels the same way. I don't even want to speak for him, but it's my brother.
I mean, we had a record. No, we one of our main records on our album is Francis Scott Key, and we wrote that about, you know, how messed up everything is that's been going on. We wrote that song 2 years ago though, and when the label and everyone else really wanted us to put that song out 2 years ago, Raz had said something very profound yet sad. He goes, you know what? Let's just wait until the album comes out, because unfortunately, like, Injustice will be alive and well 2 years from now. And then we put the video out like recently, and you know, and we didn't want to capitalize on what's going on because you know we don't want to jump on that, but it's time for that music to come out so it can accentuate what's happening. It's like the early 90s with the Rodney King riots, and you know, like that was an amazing time for music because people were frustrated and they let the music reflect the reality. So that I think that does need to happen more. Like I'm all about it. As far as defunding the police, I agree. I just think that unfortunately we have so many different factions. We don't know what we're actually doing when we say defund the police. So we're like, okay, let's do that. Let's break them down. But then it's like, okay, now what? What's the plan? Because if we're holding community leaders accountable, and every community leader from every different city is supposed to be held accountable, how are we going to keep our communities safe? You know, how and stop all this crime that's been happening. You know, like the escalation's been crazy. I think we're up 200% in shootings this year. So are the community leaders going to actually step in? Like if we do this, like they need to step in. It's time. I also think that if we also need to spend a lot of money if there ever is going to be some form of a police force again, we need to educate these people. I think you got if you're going to be a cop, you need to go to school for 4 years. You're like you can't go for 21 weeks and we give you a gun and a badge, and we have to properly vet you. You know, like there needs to be a complete reform of the system, but we have to decide on something now that we have everyone's attention.
Oh man, that's well said. Now, do you guys miss touring? You know, like what was like some of the biggest shows that you had? Some of the, you know, some of the artists that you've opened up for, some of the artists that have opened up for you, like any historical moments right now, with even including Razzcast into the picture too as well?
Well, I mean, you know, us being, as they call a super group, because all three of us had like flourishing solo careers prior to this. I don't want to speak for Gaunt or Raz because I already know that they've had very illustrious careers where I've seen Raz do like insane tours. I've seen Gaunt rock, you know, I've seen him rock in an arena once, you know what I'm saying? like this, you know, and I've done some festivals myself. So like but as Jamo Gang, my funnest show was Vancouver, to be honest with you. Because I was
up here in Canada. Word,
yeah,
huh?
that was my favorite show, man. I was throwing weed into the crowd and stuff. It was a great time.
So what
there was a fight in the middle of it?
It was a fight, yeah, very New York of them.
Word, man. So you got this track called "Go Away." You know what I mean? It features Razzcast.
It's such a catalog of different beats and production. He'll send us the cream of the crop because there's 3 people in this group, so he's like, check out what I have. Like, you know, you guys give me your thoughts. And for some reason, and why me and Raz work so well together, we normally get back and Jake can send us, you know, 20 beats, and for some reason Raz and I are like agree on 5 of them together. It's like if Jay was like pick 5, like 4 out of 5, but me and Raz are gonna have the same ones. So and Go Away was that kind of same issue. Like you know, Jay had something really dope, and then, you know, the story of how Jay put it together is a whole nother something amazing to me because I do really love that beat. But I kind of heard something on it, and I wrote the hook for it, and I actually sang on it, which I rarely do, kind of more now than before, and I just kind of put the skeleton together at that point, and the rest is history, you know. And then we got the cuts done after that, and I believe the cuts were done from our homie in Rome, correct?
Yep.
I think that was DJ Fast Cut. Yeah. A dope dude out in Italy.
That was dope.
And it's cool because it's a mixture of like this like cool hook, you know, we're you know, kind of doing this melodic hook, but there's these really hard cuts at the same time, and I think that kind of embodies like what Jamo Gang is about. Like, we're not trying to stick to one script, but we're also not trying to like meld things, you know, in a way that's nothing other than being dope.
Okay. So when everything opens up, okay, is there any, you know, what's the plans for the future? You know what I mean? Even if things don't open up, what's the plans for the group and just you guys individually as far as the music? And I wanted to ask you guys something. What about vinyl now? What are your thoughts about vinyl? I like asking, you know, real hip hop groups and people into hip hop about the whole vinyl thing.
I mean, we love vinyl, man. I mean, it was such an honor or not honor, it was such a it was just like one of the greatest moments of my life, at least, like having this Jamo Gang record on vinyl. And, you know, shouts to Jared who did the art design and everything. I mean, we got a song with Premier, man. And if that's not on vinyl, you're doing it wrong. You know what I mean? So, and we're hip hop kids, man. All three of us are hip hop kids. We grew up listening to hip hop, collecting vinyl, and now we get to live out our dreams and put out records. You know what I mean? And that's awesome. And yeah, when it's all said and done and the pandemic's a wrap, like, who knows when that is? But I mean, we'd love to tour again, whether it's as Jamo Gang or if it's years from now and it doesn't make sense to do Jamo Gang, whatever it is, we'll still all be going together at different various points, no matter what. You get what I'm saying? Together. Like Raz's next album comes out. I can't say the date because we're working on the date actually right now, but it's coming out on my label. Gon's working on his album for my label. You get what I'm saying? Like, we're family. I got beats all over.
I didn't know that, by the way. See, I'm learning something in this interview. Raz's next album's coming out on your label?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that's dope, man.
I can't believe I forgot to tell you that.
Yeah.
Like, that's how we're moving, though. That's how we're moving. We're family. Like, I don't even have a beat on that album, and that's fine. It's still my album. It's still my brother. So, like, it didn't even have to be on my label to be my album. You get what I'm saying? Like, when Raz drops, I drop. And when I drop, Gon pushes that album.
Am I on that album?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Yeah,
I don't even know.
This is
100 songs of them.
This is dude. Yeah, he's got some bangers on. He's got like.
Is it a Christmas album?
What's that? A Christmas album? Is that what you said?
Is it a Christmas album?
Oh no, it should be.
What is it?
But like, we're all family, man. Like, I got beats all over Gon's next album. I got, Raz took a bunch of beats from me for one of his projects he's working on, some secret project with a couple of hip hop legends. Like, it's just all family, man. Like, and everything I do, they're featured all over it. You know what I mean? So no matter what, we're all, I do miss touring with them though, man. Like, every day I hear like a different song that we hear when we're on tour, and I'm like, oh, like, we listen to a lot of like metal and stuff like that when we're on tour, and we just bug out and loving that kind of music and listen to Howard Stern. I see Howard Stern pop up on YouTube. I'm like, damn, I wish I was on tour with you guys. Like, every day it happens, but we're lucky.
New wave, lots of new wave on.
We listen to a lot of new wave,
lots of new wave on tour.
We listen to a lot of 80s when we're on, like, and sometimes Raz is the one who's like, put on the Devo, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, put on Depeche Mode, you know what I'm saying? But
oh, you can't
like,
deny Depeche Mode.
No. Hell no, bro. It's a that's classic. Like Duran, he loves, as he says on Run In Canyon. And when it's all said and done, we could tour again, man. We're going to in any capacity possible, and it'll be all good. We're lucky that we will be able to again one day. You know what I'm saying? We're young and healthy and could do what we do, but who knows when that's gonna be.
Of course. So do both of y'all like have social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter?
Yeah, me is everything at Elgant, ELGANT, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Not on Twitter really like that, but Instagram I'm on. Facebook, I've kind of jumped off a little since it's like Midwestern wives arguing a lot about politics. So anyway.
Yeah, on Instagram, I'm J57music, letter J, number 5, number 7, J57music, and then on Twitter it's just J57. But just like Gant, I don't really check it.
Guys, give off your social media again.
Elgant, ELGANT, at ELGANT, everything.
J57music on Instagram and J57 on Twitter. Let's get it. Jamo Gang on Instagram, baby.
This problem with this buffering thing, like, Zoom is just so new. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So here's your track. Go away. Anything you want to say to the Canadian peeps worldwide? Anybody, you want to pick up right now before we hit the.
No, I definitely want to thank definitely Canada above everyone else for the support, because we have a huge fan base in Canada, and we had an amazing time the first time we toured there, and we're looking forward to next time when we can actually do that again. I'm actually rocking my little Whistler British Columbia shirt right now.
Oh,
ironically enough, I'm repping here, so we can't wait to get back there. It's definitely the best fans we have on this entire planet, and we're looking forward to the next go around.
100%.
The thing, you know why you guys love us so much? Because we know real hip hop. We're up in the cold, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're living in LA, you would have that type of sound, but up here in Canada, it's all East Coast, right? So we love that boom bap. Straight up. You could be in Vancouver all the way down to Halifax. It's boom bap. certain cities now are trapping it up and drilling it up because that's the in thing with the young cats. But OGs like myself and, we're on the FM dial right now. FM dial, we're on satellite, we're on online, we're everywhere. So everybody's going to hear this. And we'd love to have you come down. That's it.
Can't wait.
All right. Thank you guys so much for this wonderful interview. You know what I mean? Thanks for chopping it up with me. And let's hear this track now. Go Away from Jamo Gang right here on, obviously, Live 89 FM and CHUO 89.1 FM. Let's go.